Yeehaw!
Although, one thing I'll go ahead and mention, as much as I would love to get additional views on my page, I do have some of my secret information on my stream, so please don't watch my stream.
Um,
If you're playing, yeah.
yeah.
If you're playing, if you're not playing, please watch.
Yeah.
So that means I have 2 of luck and not 1 because of the side gig.
Correct.
There you go.
Amazing.
And then let me grab the ability for Hacker. There it is.
Be right back. I got
Yeah.
a bottle of water with my name on it.
Not a problem. Like I said, I want to get things at least rolling on the Twitch side, just so people can, see what's going on. Like, at least take a look here. We can answer questions before the game starts and that kind of stuff. But one thing I'll mention is that everything on Tabletop Simulator is something that I made. There are no additional mods added on. It's just base game and then lots of custom images.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good so far. All right, I've got my little skills notepad document up.
Yeah, I've got a separate thing myself that I might show after the fact.
Honestly, I should probably open up the action summary PDF as well.
That could help. But I've got a separate side thing where I'm going to be keeping track of how, like, what actions people did, if they were successful, that kind of stuff.
Cool.
One additional note I'll make here, and I'll re-mention again when I believe his Bulldog comes back.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay. I have set it up to the point where I am going to be just as blind as the players. I'm not set up in the GM mode, so I only see what the white player can see, not what everybody can see. So when I dish out the trader cards, I'm not gonna know who the trader is, either. I'm not gonna know what anyone's task is. Once cards start getting passed around, and I'll get to be able to look at them just to make sure that the right card is getting passed. Then I'll start seeing what's going on. But for the most part, I'm not going to see anything else outside of what everyone else sees. So, I'm very excited for this.
That's just a little bit threatening, don't you think?
It's like,
I'm in.
And me in the background juggling with some balloons.
Alright, it's almost completely downloaded, and I found my D6s.
Perfect. We have D6s in game. If you have D6s you would like to roll in well, I'd prefer if we rolled them in game, only for the pure fact that we're streaming it. So
sounds good.
Yeah.
I just realized that I have a couple of craps dice from a casino in
ooh,
I think down in near Louisiana that my dad got me when I was getting into GURPS.
oh man, that's awesome.
Interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, my current setup does not exactly give me room to roll even 2 d6s.
Unfortunately, all my stuff are in boxes because I'm moving out
ooh,
Like-
Oh,
in like 3 days.
damn.
Oh boy.
So
really caught us at the right time, huh?
But yeah,
I have my,
oh, go ahead.
sorry, like I said, I have my D&D backpack with all my shit right next to me. I was like, oh.
There you go. I've actually got a pair of D6s right beside me, just to have them. Yeah, like, normally when it comes to online games, I'm like, if you want to roll on your own, you can, but only for the pure fact that this is being streamed. It's like, I want to keep it on table, if you will.
And my capital starts at this. Let me add that to my doc as well.
Alright, I got I'm just booting up Tabletop Simulator right now.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Yep. And I have sent you the name of the game, as it will show up in the search list. And when it asks for a password, capitalization matters, but you'll see it.
Capital's private, right?
No, capital is public information.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay. I'll
Yep.
drop that on my character sheet then.
Yep, character. It is public information. The only things that are going to be private are going to be your info cards or any of the info cards that you have acquired, and the amount of influence you have.
Yeah, so make sure you add capital to the bottom of your.
No,
There's also
actually,
coins.
I have
Oh,
quarters.
there's coins. Oh.
Yeah. They were going to be yen, and then I realized that I couldn't add custom counters like that as easily, so I chose not to. And I was like, I want to keep this as mod free as possible. So I was like, well, we'll just stick with the quarters for now. It makes sense. Also, to show off the stuff, these two decks here in the middle, this is going to be our crush predictions.
Oh.
So you
That's
can
a
see.
great way to do that.
So that way you can choose one, put it down, and then the defender will flip and show it off, and then the instigator will flip and show theirs off, and see if they match. And for yes, it'll be for Jake, or for Mr. Smalls, Henry. It's going to be 2 of those cards.
That's right. Thanks to my ability contingency.
Hey, and there's a jewelry. Woo!
There you go.
And feel free to choose either one of those colors. We have the blue and the green. And whichever color is not here, I will delete. Perfect. Oh, that makes it nice and symmetrical. Thank you. Delete. And at least this frees up a little bit of space and all. I knew we were going to get more space once we started getting stuff taken care of, but yeah. This will at least make things a little bit easier. For the note card, if you'll right-click it, and down at the bottom you should see where it says like the name, main gig. That's where you can fill all that out.
Shoot.
Alright. So I will do a quick explanation of the game for anyone that is not familiar with it. This is Picaresque Roman. This is a game made by Sigre over in Japan that has been localized and translated over here to English by the LionWing publishing company. And this is, I think this is going to be the first time that everyone here has played this game. So we'll be going through the rules, we'll be explaining how things work, and so no worries if you don't know how this works, because we're all going to be working through it together as well. Big thing to note is that this is not like your traditional RPG setting or system. This is very much a game heavily inspired by PvP. There's only one main NPC that the players will have to worry about, and that is the VIP. Because all these players are Picares, or rogues. And they are trying to get as much influence off of the VIP as possible. Influence could be stuff like, you know, just straight up pieces of property to larger amounts of sums of money outside of something that's easily spendable. And just stuff like that. There's just a lot of this, and the players will be gunning for each other as much as they will be for the VIP. So we're going to have a lot of good times with that. In addition, this is an RPG game with a trader mechanic, as you can see here in the main center screen. Before we get into things too deeply, we will go ahead and assign tasks for everyone, and we will be assigning the trader cards themselves. So, in everyone's hands, you will have 2 cards according to your color. And one says that you are a trader, and one says that you are not a trader. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 4 cards, because we only have 4 players now. And we're going to shuffle these up and deal 1 to every player. And someone will be a trader and someone will not be a trader. And 3 people will not be traders. 1 person will be a trader, more accurately. So we'll go ahead and make sure is all the note keeping and stuff taken care of on this regard. Everyone good on their characters? Do you have any questions before we get started?
No, I'm good.
All good on my front.
Yep.
Perfect. So
Give me
we'll
Give me my capital.
yep, get your capital. Capital is a very important part of this game because it lets you swing the tide, if you will.
Swindler. Swing the tide. Okay, proceed. proceed.
All right,
Prove
so I'm
it.
going to stack these up. Now, I don't want you to say anything about what you have. You're going to be and never say if you're the trader or not. That will only bring that up at the end of the second game. So game 1 will be getting and vying for control of the influence. And once the VIP is out of influence, we then hit game 2 and try to figure out who the trader is at that point. So, first up, let's just go ahead and deal these cards out.
Hey, got a question.
Yes,
You okay with me hosting this on my Twitch channel?
by all means. Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
I'm all for that.
Church, before we get started, are you going to reveal to us how much influence the VIP has, like, once we get in-game?
No, that's something you've got to
No?
figure out.
Wait, I thought
What? So
we're
one
supposed
of
to
the
get an inkling of how big the pool is.
so one of the VIP cards is the remaining influence from the VIP.
Okay.
Yep. I will go ahead and tell you right now, just for simplicity's sake, it is a number between 10 and 18.
Okay.
It is not a particularly long game. This will not be a super long game, but it's not going to be super short either. So just for your information, I'm looking at this be about a 2 to 3 hour game session.
All right. Well, we shall see how well that plays out.
Yeah, it could go longer. It could go shorter. Who knows? We'll see how it goes.
All right.
All right. Jordan, let me know when you're ready to go.
I'm good.
Perfect. So, what I would like for you to do, for everyone, is go ahead and take a look and see if you're the trader or not. If you need to flip a card, hit F on your keyboard. And to rotate your cards, it'll be Q and E. While hovering over it, will rotate.
3 cards.
Yep. So you have one white card that says if you're a trader or if you're not a trader. Please keep that in mind. But I would like for that card to go face down into this white square in the middle. Perfect. Now, what I'd like for you to do is take the card that is not your role. So if you're the trader, it'll be the not a trader card. And if you are not the trader, it'll be the trader card. Put that into the same pile, face down. So now you are left with only one card that says if you are a trader or not. That you will keep, and if someone gets that, you will put it again face down into the center here. I will copy it and hand it to the person that needs to go to, and then your copy goes right back to you. So let's go ahead and get things started. And I wanted to read this out because it sets the mood very much so. Violence, money, betrayal. Picaresque Roman. Requiem for Rogues is a tabletop role-playing game of outlaws. It takes place in what we call the city, a lawless district within and also apart from Japan. And now, the city is your home too. Some here are fools who can only dream of striking it rich. Others are as smart as they are cowardly, hiding where the law has no say. But whatever delusion draws us here, whatever sin we wallow in that can only be indulged here, whatever it is that makes us take that step across the threshold, we are the wicked, and the city is our sanctuary. Here, everyone is a rogue trying to suck the marrow out of the big fish in this pond. But you're one of the Picars, a rogue among rogues. You outwit the rest, you take what is yours, and then you laugh in everyone's faces. But even you have to watch out, because some close to you may not be what they appear. So once again, welcome to the city. We've been waiting. Join us in our song, a requiem for us rogues.
My sanctuary.
So, first off, let's go ahead and get your introduction into the city. The city is a large, domed area to where, again, the lawless of the lawless takes flight and hopes to kind of strike it rich. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of an echo, Jory.
Oh, from me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry about that. What should I do?
Can you lower your volume a little bit?
Sure.
Yep. That's still a little bit of an echo.
Okay. User settings.
I think it's just because of the setting that you did for the stream. It might pick up the voice like twice or something.
That might be it.
Yeah.
It happened to me the first time that I tried. Treasure, try
Okay.
to talk, please.
Oh, yep. I think we're good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Hey.
All right. So, first things first is that you've got to get into the city, and everyone has to go through this. Whenever they're entering the city, they have to get past the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper only asks one question: why are you coming to the city? Nobody knows why he does this. Nobody knows, like, if he's gathering the information for some people. We don't know. All we know is that the gatekeeper is the one who holds the keys to the gate, and to get in, you have to get past him. So, who would like to enter into the city first? Oh, this is no time for the weak-hearted.
All right,
Alright,
hold on.
Bruh.
Do you go off? Go ahead. I'm plugging in my phone.
No, you can go. You can go. I'm Canadian. I'm polite, so you go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
What a
politeness will
nice-
only
what
get
a
you so
nice
far here.
Guy. All right. I will introduce myself first.
Alright.
So I approach the gatekeeper, and he kind of looks at me a little funny. As I approach, the gatekeeper sees a long, like a forest green cloak, covering a heavy yellow backpack. The kid is wearing a hood, and some thick specked glasses poke out the front. Obviously, he's a bit shorter, being a 20-year-old male, and in order to get up to speak to the gatekeeper, he takes a look down at his watch on his left arm and he presses a button. After a second, a whirring sound plays as he's lifted by two mechanical legs out of his yellow backpack to reach the same eye level as the guard. And he says, I'm Henry Smalls. You probably know me as the owner of Wikipedia, the world's most important and largest database full of knowledge that you could ever find. And I'm here to take a spot in your city and grow my empire within yours.
So you wish to come and catalog the city, is that correct?
It is so that my database has but a few blank pages on it, and I've come to finish out my duty.
That is an acceptable reason. Welcome to the city. And he steps aside to let you in.
Good day. And he'll lift his hood off of his head and waddle on in with his mechanical legs.
Oh boy.
Sorry, he's being carried by said mechanical legs.
Who's next?
Oh boy.
You see a middle-aged woman in a gray business suit and aviator sunglasses approach, and she looks up the gatekeeper and says, "Let me in.
For what reason?
I must find the man who killed my father. I've tracked him here."
You are aware that once you enter, there is no coming out.
Well, there's gonna be no coming out for him either. I crack my knuckles. My name is Maria. They call me Bloody Mary.
Revenge is a very interesting concept to worry about, but one that I can empathize with. Welcome to the city.
Thank you. goes in, nose in the air.
All right. Who's up next?
Alright, I'll take a stab. As I'm walking, you see this punk ass 18-year-old with like a cell phone in his hand walking up to the gatekeeper, just typing away, minding his own business. Say, hey, let me in this place.
For what reason do you want into the city?
I heard you got the best cybersecurity around here. I like to test my skills on it.
Security is maintained by those who can keep the power themselves. Can you keep that power?
Yes, I can. As he's like one-handed, he's still on his cell phone, one-handed.
Very well. And your name?
Felix.
Welcome to the city.
As he walks by, the gatekeeper's phone just rings.
He ignores it. All right.
Well, I guess it'd be my turn. So a bulky-ish man of the starting in his 30s comes in a nice suit, ties, the jacket, and all that, and well shaved. There's nothing ugly about him. He just wished to enter the city, so goes to the gatekeeper and says, "Um, so is this the place?"
Depends on what you're looking for.
To put on a show, of course.
What
I
kind
mean,
of show?
it's like a deck of cards come up from its sleeves and like do a quick sleight of hand magic trick in front of him. I do magic.
Magic is merely an illusion, but
Only to those who do not believe in it.
I believe that you'll find plenty of people here that will believe whatever you want them to believe. Your name?
Tabata Shinobu. But outside of this place, they call me Diaboli. I present all my shows in Italy, so yeah.
Very well. Welcome to the city.
Well, thank you. And just walks calmly on the side of the gatekeepers and enters the city.
Okay. So, everyone has entered into the city, and this large dome covers the entirety of the area. Neon lights flashing everywhere, and immediately to everyone, it is truly a sight to behold. People just running rampant with whatever schemes that they can pull, whatever vices they can indulge. It is everywhere around here, unlike anything you've seen anywhere else in the world. And sure, the first couple of hours are the most frustrating, as all of you are new and to the city. You're fresh meat, easy pickings, you know, anything that you've already seen before, people are trying on you already. You have Henry over here. Someone's trying to sell him a brand new cell phone that can breach the walls of the city and connect with the outside. It just as easy as that. But a quick turnaround and Henry just overshadows the cell phone. This trivial piece of technology for him.
Your mobile devices are nothing. Pooh.
a small group of miscreants and ruffians come up to Maria and just start trying to shove her around and intimidate this young girl that has entered into the city. But a couple of well-placed blows takes them down without any other thought.
Keychain that is brass knuckles.
Brass
It just
knuckles.
looks
Okay, yeah, they go down in a easily into a just clump down. Felix over here, you've got more of these people trying to run these scams and just saying, oh yes, you'll be safe here at this particular apartment complex. We've got all the best amenities here. But quick search around and you see that the place has been bugged to no end, and there are Trojans waiting with every hyperlink.
Please. I've seen worse than this crap.
And Diaboli, oh, poor Diaboli, probably has some of the worst, as all these different stands and people at the marketplaces are trying to pull fast ones like, oh, can you I'll try to guess your weight or something along those lines. Maybe the old cup in the ball trick, trying to flip it around, but nothing gets past Diaboli.
Oh, the magic in the city is lost, I see. What a shame. What a shame. Hope I can replenish that magic.
But over, a little bit of time, and everyone starts hearing about the new pick on the street. Someone named Kaneko Ken has just arrived into the city, and Kaneko is setting up the largest and most ambitious pachinko parlor that the city has ever seen. Not only is it a pachinko parlor, but it's also a cabaret on top of it. One where players can walk in and sit down at a machine where a lovely, beautiful young man or woman will be sitting there spending time with them, giving them their drinks, and overall just giving them a distraction from the woes of the world. And Kaneko is not entirely without defenses. Rumor has it on the street that he's reached out to someone to provide a little bit of extra security on the down low. So one of you just might be that additional security. So what we'll go ahead and do now that we've got a layout of the land and all this, I'm going to go ahead and deal out our tasks. So everyone gets a task, including the trader. However, the trader's tasks are right here on the table for everyone to see. If you ever are curious, let me flip these around. If any of these cards are come up sideways when you look at them, I'm gonna lock that down. You can hit Alt on it and hover over it, and that'll bring it up. The image is not the cleanest, and I apologize for that.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
And if you hit Alt and it's sideways, you can hit Q and E, and that'll rotate the card image while you're holding down Art.
And you can zoom in. You can also zoom in
Yep.
to read the
mouse
text
wheel
better.
to zoom in. It is a little
Yes.
unclear. But everyone will get one of these. The trader will also get one, but it's kind of like camouflage. The trader's actual tasks are right here. So, and they're also going to be in the core rulebook as well. So let me go ahead and hand out these tasks to everyone. This is going to be your task, and then we'll determine additional influence at the end of the game. Oop, didn't mean to flip that. And I will delete the rest of these tasks to free up a little bit more space. So let's go ahead and before anything else, we need to establish our turn order. So the way that this will go for our initiative, if you will, is everyone's going to roll 2d6 and add your luck, and that will set our initiative. I would say,
God damn it.
try to avoid rolling them like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, highlight over
Yeah.
them and then just hit R, and it'll flip them in place. Again, the table's a little small for what we wanted, so.
8.
All right, that's Felix with an 8.
Okay. This is 6.
All right, so Henry with a 6.
Eight plus 2 is 10.
All right, Maria with a 10.
And that's an 11.
All right.
Wow.
So basically, yeah, damn.
So Diaboli with an 11.
The color sense, it's yellow, blue, red, and orange.
Yep. So I will have 2 additional things to notice. For this scenario alone, if you decide to hustle, you may opt to hustle at Kanako's parlor. If you do so, it is a TN9 using your luck. And you will gain a difference equal to your roll. So if you roll 11, or you get a difference of capital to what your roll is. So if you get an 11 luck, you will get 2 capital out of that. If you get 15 luck, you get 6 capital out of it. However, if you roll under it, you will lose capital, and it will drop you into the negatives. But that is an option.
Jeez.
Ow.
That is an option if you so choose. You can also hustle normally as per the normal rules, but the Pachinko parlor is a wonderful place to gamble away some of your hard-earned capital.
Mm. Luckily, we don't
Additionally,
have-
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just about to say that. Luckily, there's no gambler in here.
No gambler.
Oh my god, yeah.
No gambler. That being said, one additional house rule that I wanted to add in to see how it works. In addition to all the normal stuff that you could do when you're making deals and cutting truces, you could always hand around your info card or some info cards. You could handle like some of the like the Joker could be involved in there. You could do like promises. One thing I will also put on the table for anybody to trade is your initiative order. If you like to trade your turn in initiative,
Ooh.
that is something you could put up there. Something along the lines of, I'll let you take the first action before I go in, kind of deal. If you, that is up for what you would like to do. If you want to do it, that's up to you. So, any questions before we get started with our first cycle?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, let's get it rolling.
Okay, so the game will be played in a series of cycles. We've got our turn order. It'll be Diaboli, Maria, Felix, and then Henry. And then it'll be the GM's turn, in which I will do a city event. And something will happen then. It may happen to everyone. It may happen to only one person. It may happen to, 3 or 2 or 1. So, first things first, Diaboli. What are you going to be up for?
I think to this place, the Pachinko place, probably gonna try to talk to the owner or get to the owner to have a place, to present and showcase the true magic.
Okay.
So
Are you
just
attempting to crush him and get some influence? Are you trying to gather a little bit of info through different methods?
more like info, talking
Okay.
to the employees, maybe like prove them that I can do magic. Of course, I'm gonna do some simple tricks because for a show we have to save the best trick for last, of course. But some simple stuff, either with a coin, card, anything, just to like prove them that I can do the job.
All right. So you get into Kaneko's parlor. And that's the name of the actual parlor itself. It's Kaneko's parlor, and you go in there, and it is loud. Like he's already got a lot of these machines set up, and people are already flocking into here. These machines are a mixture of both digital and analog. A lot of the background effects on these boards are digital, so like if you put something into a hole, then the lights will flash up. Pins will extend and retract out up at certain times when certain events happen. And you're noticing like a lot of different themes around here. Like a couple of the boards you're seeing look like it's two anime styled girls fighting each other with two giant guns. Um, and they're going back and forth in a weird like dark city area. You see one that's more of like a almost like a PvP kind of pachinko where it's giant mechas fighting each other, and you can get cards to move them around a grid. Um, you're seeing one where it's like almost like a JRPG style, where it's a bunch of characters fighting this large giant rabbit thing, like blood eating rabbit. It's something weird like that. Um, just a lot of interesting things you hadn't seen. Oh, there's even one that's a bunch of people in maid uniforms running around and doing stuff like spec ops things. So you're just seeing a lot of different things here at this parlor. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you come up, and Kaneko is this middle-aged man, kind of like middling height. He kind of blends in just a little bit. But the outfit that he's wearing, just a bright purple and purple suit, golden tie, gold buttons. He stands out by way of clothing alone. And he looks at you and he says, "Welcome. What can I help you with?"
Actually, you can help me. I'm a magician. I've did some tours in Europe, and now I've heard of this magical place, and I would like to present at your cabaret.
Okay. Well, we've got a lot of our talent already lined up, but I'm always up for seeing what else we've got. I
Do you have a magician in your lineup, though?
we don't have a magician per se, but a lot of people are usually a little bit more distracted, and not able to pay attention as well. That being said,
Well, that's just an easier task for the magician, right? If they're not paying attention, the magic can go on way more easily than if people watch it. But as you know, the closer you get, the closer you have your attention on the show, the closer the magic will be, and no one will be able to figure it out.
okay, let's head back to let's head over to the studio right quick and let's show me what you got.
Sure thing. Of course, I cannot present you some bigger, let's say, magic trick, but I can show you some stuff that you don't usually see on the street by street magician or anything like that.
Okay, let's go for it. So you are trying to uh let's see. Officially, this is a. You said it was. You want to do a gather information.
Yep.
Okay. What type of information are you trying to get? Do you want to get his influence? Do you want to get his TNs? Or are you looking for the Joker's effects?
I think I would just like just some influence, just to see.
Well, if you're trying to actually get influence, you're going to be trying to acquire assets.
Hmm. I'm not super familiar with all the rules and all that stuff.
Not a problem.
For
So, acquiring assets, there are different TNs for acquiring the asset. And what you'll do is you'll pick one of your skills, with the exception of luck. Luck cannot be used to acquire influence. And you will be rolling your skill against his defensive skill, essentially.
okay. Uh, for that, I'll for sure use my insight
Okay.
to gather some influence, capitals, all that good stuff.
Yeah, perfect. Just go ahead and roll your insight, and then I'll roll mine as well. And if you succeed, you will get 1d3 plus 1 influence. If you fail, I will tell you by how much you failed by.
All right. So that's gonna be a total of 10 for insight.
A 10. Okay. Okay. You seem to have impressed him enough that it looks like he's looking back. He's like, okay, it sounds like you know exactly what's going on and you know how this game is played. Yeah, I could use a magician on my staff. You're hired.
Awesome. Thank you, good sir.
So I'm going to hand you some influence to your hidden zone.
All right.
Boom. Can you? Nobody should be able to see that, right?
I can see.
You can see
I
that.
can
Yeah.
see
Okay.
see the item that is in there. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that is a problem. Give
Mm.
me one moment. Quick,
Shoot.
nobody look.
I would say, I would say just for that, can you
Boom.
like private message
Nope,
people
I
on
just
this?
turned them off. I turned the see-through off. I don't know why it was on.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Now we can't see anything.
Perfect.
Oh wait. I mean, wait. I can hover this item though.
Yeah.
Don't then.
Okay. All right. All right.
Let's just go with that. Don't. It's not a perfect solution, but it'll work. Okay,
All right.
and that's Diabali.
Do I gain any capital with this, or
You do
no?
not.
No.
You'll have to hustle
Okay.
to get some capital.
All right. Also, just hold up. I'm just gonna send you a message on Discord just
By all
so you
means.
can see,
Yes.
just so you can see what is going on with my stuff. So this, haha, haha.
I. Okay.
Does this go through though? Does it like
No.
works? No. Unfortunate. All right.
Also, so I have a quick question about this.
Sure.
Well, specifically in this situation, I guess it's better to ask now. So in the gather info, like in the gather info action, one of the things that we can choose is the TNs for influence.
Yes.
Is that where you give us like the stats that he adds on
Yes.
for like in the case of acquiring assets?
Yep. Specifically,
All right,
you will
cool.
get this card I have.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Just making sure. All right. Thank you.
Not a problem. All right. So if that's that, we'll go ahead and move on. Maria.
Okay, so, now that I've been in the city, I've gotten a chance to see how things work, and I realize that probably best thing to do is probably find somebody that can help me out in the long term. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to call a truce with Felix.
Hmm.
I'll
Huh.
go up and approach him. Hey, I've heard about your
Yes.
reputation. I need your help. I'm not really good at that info gathering thing, but I hear you're a whiz at it. Help me out. There will be some capital in it for you. I will offer you 2 capital if you want to have a truce with me.
Hmm. Interesting. I was literally thinking the same thing. I could use the muscle around these parts myself. So we have a deal.
All right, so I'm going to give Felix 2 capital.
All right. So
Bring on the money.
a truce was called.
All right, and I am going to increase my stats through it. I'm going to
Oh,
put
yeah.
2 points in insight.
I'm gonna put.
Not bad. And Felix, you get 1 point.
I'll use my skill, Money Monster. That once per cycle, Use the skill when any PC, including you, gains capital to gain 1 capital.
So in this regard, nobody gained capital; it was transferred.
Mm.
Yeah, they make a specific call out for that. If capital comes from the bag, that's a gain, basically. But this was just passed between players.
Insert WRY. All right.
All right, easy enough. And that's sounds like a good time there. Next up, we've got Felix.
All right. I'm going to freaking see what. As Felix approaches the pile, he's trying to check out. Oh, what's this? You know, how's the blah, bleh. I'm gonna check this guy's this reputation. How's his reputation in the city? You know, check what he's good at. You know, check what's his strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, so
Try, try check for his the numbers.
sounds good. Sounds like you're going to be gathering information for the influence TNs.
Yeah. That's 7, 12, 13 because of hacker.
Yep, looks like this is something that you are easily able to find up on the local interweb. It's pretty straightforward. You see all of this information. And that is now your info card.
There
Yeah,
you
you can put that right there. So anyone may now take that card from Felix if you so choose. But now Felix has an idea of what the strengths and weaknesses are for Kaneko.
And that's through a crush, right? You can only do that through a crush.
Correct.
Or like cutting a trade or whatever. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Oh, and I gain 1 capital because I'm an info trader.
Now that's a capital gain.
Ah, yes. Now I'll use Money Monster.
Take
Hey,
it. It's yours. So, just curious, how are you getting money off of Felix getting this info?
what was the context again on how he gained the info? He just Googled it.
A web search. Yeah, maybe you got some ad rev.
Yeah, like my face popped off as like, hey, the what was it again?
Diaboli?
Diaboli presenting a show at Kaneko's place. Just an ad pop up. I'm like, ooh, nice. 1 cent. one YouTube cent. Woohoo!
One city capital.
One city capital, please.
Yes. There you go.
All right. So we'll switch it on over to Henry.
All right. So after stumbling through the crowds, finally, gaining his composure, Henry finds himself at the footstep to this ginormous building, this parlor, as you have it. Clearly, this is not something in his database because he knows the ins and the outs of the data that he owns. So he is going to flip a switch on his glasses and walk into this place and start recording visual data to kind of understand and create his knowledge of what this parlor is like. And by by recording this visual data, he can then use it to study in his off time when he has time to himself, and we are going to attempt to acquire influence.
Okay, so we're going to be acquiring asset via influence.
And that is going to obviously be an insight roll.
Insight check. All right, go ahead and give me that insight.
Okay. That is going to be a 13.
13. So you're able to look around, to get all the information gathering, and you're starting to see the bits and cracks here and there. You're starting to see that, some of these machines are a little sketch, to be sure. So you know to kind of avoid them, and you know how to put the pressure on some of them as well. And you kind of seeing the day-to-day operations. So here's some influence for you.
Very nice.
All right. And now we roll over to the city event. For this event, I would like to know if anyone would like to roll their luck for me. You don't have to, but you can.
I'm just
Hmm.
gonna I'm just gonna do something real quick. Oh no, I can't. I was going to like copy paste a pair of dice for everyone, but all right, I'll roll
Oh, I
the
can do
luck.
that.
Yeah, actually, if you could do that for all of us, that'd be really
Yeah.
cool.
Well,
Make die
I
rolls a
rolled
little faster.
I rolled a 11.
And I think Jordan's got the
11
other
for
set. Oh no, they're
yeah.
right here. Cool.
Yeah, I will definitely take this attempt.
Oh, okay, because
I
everyone is hiding there.
5.
I also rolled a 5.
I rolled an 11.
7.
So I'm hearing that 11 is the highest.
Yeesh.
Yep.
Okay. So as you know, you're doing your thing and just kind of going along. You
11. Sorry, I got 10. Sorry,
get
sorry
10,
about that.
still the highest.
Yes. Yep.
So 10 being the highest, you're starting to work around with Kaneko, and you start. This is your first time really in the city, and things are a little bit more, a little bit deeper than you thought. Um, you know, you got to peer a little bit deeper into the city's abyss, and it earns you an influence.
Hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
The abyss stares back at you. Who blinks?
Who blinked?
Clearly, it was Diaboli, but Diaboli held on long enough to get a little bit of extra respect in the city. But you may have seen a little bit more of the back alleyways, and you held your tongue at the right times,
Oh,
and that
just like in
that
my
my
childhood.
friend,
Oh, yes.
it would be easy to just start saying whatever you saw, but that would be a very fast way to find yourself um, outside of the city in a body bag.
Oh, that's one of the rules of the street. The snitch ain't gonna live long. Mm-mm-mm.
And with that, we now hit our second cycle. And we'll start off Diaboli.
Yes. So since now I've been enrolled in this establishment. I would like to just maybe not really snoop around, but asking, just look at the to get actually closer to the owner. Just gather some info on him, how like how he came so, let's say, so rich. How did he find the place for constructing all this?
Okay.
Just, some general info on him. Maybe
Okay.
know the name of his third cat, of his dog, of his mother, his birthday. Anything that could be interesting.
Okay. So you're trying to gather at least a little bit of information.
Yep.
Well, gathering info is you're going to be looking for one of the info cards. Now, obviously, I only have 2 left because good old Felix took one from me. So specifically, you can look for his remaining influence, which means at the beginning of every round, you'll know how much influence I have left. You could also find out what the Joker does, because the Joker is still in play and nobody's touched it yet.
I'll
So it'd be one of those 2
I'll go
things in
for
particular.
I'll go for the Joker.
Okay, so you would like to gather information about the Joker itself.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, so go ahead and give me. So this one, you're definitely going to be trying to charm him, to talk to him about a little bit more so what's going on.
All right. So
So
that's gonna be a 10.
10. So you are short by 2. This is a T and a 12. You can spend 2 capital to increase that to make it up.
Oh, that's for sure. I'll use my capital for that.
Spend it.
I thought
Excellent.
I thought you have to spend capital before the roll.
After.
After?
Yep, you get to find out how much down you are, and then you can spend it. Yeah, that's kind of the nice thing about the capital itself. All right, So what you find
You know,
out,
paying some drinks and make him drunk, making at ease. You know, pay for his stuff. You know, let's go on a date. Him and I'm gonna pay some stuff for him. That's why I've lost some money.
so what you've got there is the full information about the Joker. But I will now tell everyone what the Joker does, or what the idea of the Joker is, and then the standing effect of the Joker. So the Joker is a almost like a wild card. It's something additional that kind of keeps things together for the VIP. In this regard, it is specifically a schedule of a high and low payout. So Kaneko's rigged its machines in different ways, so that it will slightly pay out just a little bit more on some days, but massively undergive on other days. It will try to actively attempt to screw people out of money on those bad days. So it might be like, oh yeah, it gave you maybe like 4 balls less than you should have, but if you're getting 20 balls, but you only get 16, are you really going to notice? Maybe, maybe not. But maybe that person right beside you that's now feeding you all the sake is trying to get you to distract you from the fact that you are getting shorted on some of these balls. Maybe the pins are just slightly tweaked and angled a little bit more so that the catch is now almost impossible to get into. So you're trying to waste so many more balls trying to get into it. Just little things here and there that add up to being a massive gain of money for the parlor itself. If you have the Joker in hand and you attempt to hustle at the parlor, you get +2 to your check.
Not bad.
And then there is
That's
also a holding effect
yeah.
that will take place at the end of the game, but you'll only know that if you get the Joker info card.
Oh well, that's so nice.
But that is that was Diabali.
So what did he tell me? What's his grandma name? You know,
Well,
birthday.
yeah, he goes in. He's like, oh yeah, you're definitely a friendly guy. I really like you seem to be a little bit trustworthy in this area of, I don't know, it's kind of a, I don't want to use the common parlance, but scum
No,
and
come on,
villainy.
say it.
Yeah,
No.
but I'll let you in on a little bit of magic of my own.
Mm.
This place, it's set up to bring in cash. It is just so much money in here. And one thing that's great about this is because we're here in the city, and the feds have no idea what's going on in here. You know, uh, because we're actually able to exchange out the balls and the money in house, it's so much easier for people to just keep spending their money and keep doing it. Because out there in the outside world, you can't gamble like this. You got to go through the whole process of getting these chips and then taking them down the street to another place and then get your money that way. No. We don't do that here. It's all in house, and we keep them in here longer. That's what everywhere else in the world does it. So that's how we're gonna do it here. And there's just a little bit of extra something on our side to bring us in that money. You keep them at the machines, we all win.
Just claps his hand and like brilliant. That's some brilliant plan. Like this place you said, it's villainous.
Oh, we haven't even started yet.
Hmm.
We're this is consider this the soft opening. Once we get to the grand opening here in a few weeks, oh, it's gonna be so good.
Mm. I'm curious to see that.
All right. So, it's good. That was good. Good little bit of role playing there. So let's head on over to Maria.
So I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try to gather information about the Pachinko parlor. What I've decided to do is I'm going to get myself dressed up in a spare work uniform and go and mingle with the people working there. Try to get a hand on the gossip, find out if the owner has been doing anything especially heinous that might be good blackmail material.
Okay. So it sounds like, is that
Want to acquire some influence.
acquiring influence? Sounds good. And which skill are you going to be using? It sounds like charm.
Well, so a little bit of violence.
Oh, a little bit of violence. Okay. Throwing a little bit of hooks to left and right. I appreciate that. Go ahead and give me that roll.
I thought she was gonna ask nicely.
Mm.
Great, so that's 6 plus 6 is 12.
Okay. So, you know, these employees here, they're, just they're little people out of their luck. They don't have the money to gamble here, but they got to make money somehow in the city. So here they are, a little bit more. They're not quite, barrel scrapers. We're not that kind of parlor here, but they're not willing to lose, a broken nose or get a broken nose or a couple of bruises for this guy. I mean, a lot of these you don't even, it doesn't take long for you to get the answers that you need. And so here's some influence. Okay. Sounds good. All right. I guess we'll go ahead and roll it on over to Felix. But was there anything else you want to do there, Maria? Just
No,
like
that's
at role
everything.
playing. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Alright. Just make. So. Hmm.
Oh, by the way, I completely forgot about that, Churcher. But the thing that I sent you earlier, I didn't. Ye.
Which thing?
The thing on Discord,
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I think I know. Ye.
Cool.
So
Alright.
ye. You know what that means, please.
So what you thinking, Felix?
I'm thinking. I see. What's it called? The Barley? Was it's like I'm trying to figure out. It's like, yeah, Di Barley. I'm gonna see. I see him with the owner. Just chatting away. But I don't know what he's talking. But I'm gonna look into him. I'm gonna see what Di Barley is like. What he has. What he has to offer. Just gotta try get influence on him. Gather intel on him.
Okay, so gathering info on
Uh.
to Diabali.
Yes.
Bruh.
Because there you are. I got a +3 to this. I'm gonna swipe the see if I can get intel on his on his info card.
Okay, yep. So you're both going to be rolling insight checks against each other.
Oh, and Felix, you're also hacker, right?
Yes.
Bruh.
Whenever the hacker's ability is whenever you make a check for gathering info, increase your result by 1.
Yeah, I know. Plus, there you was. I got basically a +4 to this.
Well,
Yes,
in
yeah.
either cases, he has 3 more than my roll, so ye.
All right, so let's just get the numbers out just to make it easy.
I have 10.
I have 4.
I think he has 16.
No. 18.
Close enough. Close enough.
So 18 to 12. I don't
not
think
12,
anybody wants to
it's-
spend capital on that, do you?
No, I'm good.
Same.
So Felix goes first, then Diabali decides that they want to spend capital, but that makes sense there. So you will be able to get the info card, the PC's info card. So
No.
so Diabali, if you'd be so kind to put your character's task card right here. And Felix, if you would like to know if he is the one that has been a little bit too close to Kaneko, you could also request the traitor or not card because you got 3 higher than him. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it, but
I'll take it.
all right, face
So
down
I'm
if you
just
would be
gonna-
so kind.
so
No,
I'm
no,
just gonna
in the
do-
center, please.
Oh,
Because
okay.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of these. I'm going to pull them in to make sure they are the right cards. Cool. That's what I needed to know. And then I'm going to take both of these
Oops.
and copy them. Here are your cards back. And
Wee-hoo.
I'll
these
take
are
these.
those cards. As long as you know like which one's which.
Yeah.
The trader card should have its color, but the task card's a little different.
Yep.
And also, I need to check one thing. I believe you also get to know exactly how much influence he has because that's on the info card.
All right.
So after if you'll send that on over to Bulldog, that'll make things easy.
Yes, I'll send him a message on Discord. So, good Sir Bulldog.
I wasn't expecting to be this successful. Cool. Thank you.
I will say, City Google is really good.
Yeah.
All right, and then finally, Henry.
Okay. So upon hanging out in the parlor for a little while, I've kind of noticed a couple interesting faces wandering around. The one that's caught Henry's eye in particular is the one who's always had his face buried in his phone, and I can't quite tell why, but
Oh,
I have to know.
Oh, by the way, I get a capital.
Oh, you get a capital? I get a capital.
Oh my
Man,
god.
all those Google hits. You get a lot of site hits this week. I don't know why. It's really strange.
Hey, hey, Mr. Mr. What's his name again?
Kaneko?
Yes, Kaneko. He does good ad publishing on Facebook and YouTube. That's helps a lot.
All
There you
right.
go.
So the face that cannot get out of my mind is the face of Felix. Felix is Bulldog, right?
Yep.
Okay. So from my backpack, I will pull out a laptop and I'll set up a quick access point, as well as, because I have information on everything, send a quick phishing emails into the inbox of Mr. Felix.
Bruh.
And by doing that, I will assimilate my gather info action against Felix using insight. Well, actually, it's obviously insight.
Yeah, it's awfully insight.
It's going to be insight. Now,
Yeah.
just to clarify, this is Felix's info card specifically, correct?
No, actually, I am after the VIP's info card.
Ah, okay.
Oh, who left?
Oh, did we lose him?
None
Bradley.
of us.
It was Bradley.
Okay.
Yeah, I am after the VIP's info card.
Okay.
So using there you are in Hacker, I'll get +4 to my insight roll. And I will make that insight roll now.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh, that
That's
is
a
a...
thought.
So, double ones are critical failure no matter what.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, as I see this email, I look, immediately spot you, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you have software is immediately being attacked. And as my guy walks by, just flips you off. It's like,
I will close up my laptop and quickly scurry away.
Thankfully, there is no penalty for failing a gather info, with the exception of the humility or the humiliation you get.
Yeah, the absolute travesty that is wasting this action.
Okay.
All right, well, I guess that's what happened, huh?
That is indeed what happened. It is unfortunate, but such is the way of the city.
and oh wait, I get because that was also get that because of info trade.
Is it once per cycle?
No, oh, let me double check. Actually, I think it's not.
Because I know most
Okay.
things like that are once per cycle, but let me double check.
No, whenever you successfully when you're successful at a gathering info check, you gain 1 capital. This includes when you are targeted with a gather info check and win.
Okay.
No once per cycle thing.
Well, that sounds like a good way to handle that then. So that's
Jeez,
another
I
piece of
knew I
money
should
for
have.
you.
I knew I should have taken that one skill that allows you to auto turn crits into auto like 20s and crit fails into crit successes.
Well, you just learn for next time.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'll have to be next time. All right, well, that is my turn.
So, as the city continues to grow and things are starting to heat up around Econicos, there's a lot more activity, a lot more business around here. You realize that there's a lot more to play at Conicos. There's a lot more action happening here than you originally anticipated. Uh, for Felix and Maria, you have a good feeling, and you got someone sort of watching your back in some regards. But Diabali and Henry, you're on your own. You can see where things can go a little wrong. So you realize that divided, you will fall. Uh, any PC who is not in a truce may choose to try to form one on their next turn. Or may only choose to try to form one on their next turn.
What? Whoa, okay.
Ooh.
If you have Lone Wolf, you get
Okay.
to ignore it, but nobody has Lone Wolf.
So we have to
Huh.
form a truce.
That's the only action we can take,
It's
huh?
the only action you are allowed to take if you are not in a line or a truce.
Interesting. Okay.
Divided You Fall is a rough city event, so
That is a rough event.
there you go. We're gonna go ahead and head on to cycle 3, but before we hit cycle 3, let's just go ahead and take a quick little break. We've been playing for about a little over an hour. Take a quick break, stretch, look up things, think about what you want to do on your next turn, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Righty, thank you.
Alrighty.
All right.
So far, this is fun.
Yeah, I'm very interested in the ways that this is going to go.
Everyone on the
Yeah.
stream,
And I start to realize that all you guys read the rule book, and I was like, oh, this is fun.
turn them a little bit. Everyone here on the stream, thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. If you have any questions, certainly ask. I'm keeping my eyes on the chat and seeing what's going on. But I'll be right back in just a few minutes. Hang on a sec.
I wound up just reading everything else instead.
Here's the thing: I didn't read anything.
I
mean, you're doing just fine for yourself so
Yeah.
far.
I saw the
It's called
those
improvising.
true. Yeah, I saw on the Kickstarter page that somebody did an actual playthrough, so I actually watched that. So
Yeah, I
kind of
watched a little bit of that as well.
So it kind of gave me
Yeah.
an idea.
Grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Same. Water. Get some
Mm.
good agua.
This is getting interesting.
All right, I am back. Yeah, Divided You Fall. Yeah, it's any PC who is not in a truce may only choose to try to form one on their next turn. That is such a mean one. Like, I read through them before, but it really didn't like click for me. And then I see that, and it's like, oh, they only can do that. Now, the question I've got to come up with is, Diaboli's going to go first, so he's got to try to make a truce with someone. If he tries to make a truce with Henry, I think when Henry's turn rolls around, because he's in a truce, he can then take whatever action he wants.
As I sit back down.
So that's
I've returned.
That's going to be an interesting turnaround.
Oh.
All right.
Feel good?
Yep, I think. Is everyone back?
I haven't heard from Bulldog yet, so.
Okay.
Bulldog.
He might be AFK, so we can just give it a couple of minutes. How are you guys liking it so far?
Oh, I love it, dude.
Good.
So when I bring this game to my friends, I'll most likely be the one DMing, but I really wanted to play in your game so that I could get, the feel of how you handle events and stuff, like all the GM type things, and then I should be confident in bringing it into my friend group. Very, very excited.
Good. I'm glad. Because like when it was first announced, I was like, yeah, this is a tabletop RPG. I'm like, yes, I love this. And now I'm looking there and going like, oh god. And like all day today, I've been like, I hope I do a good job. I hope I do a good job.
No, it's been great. Like
Yeah.
the mixture of like how vast different scenarios can be, as well as like I would argue a super great, like breadth of combinations of characters you can make, really gives this game, a unique standing point.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've been liking so far is that we've got two characters that are almost identical in the form of Henry and Felix, but you guys have been playing it so differently, and like clearly it's going better for Felix than it is for Henry.
No, yeah, I went into this with the objective of to, get as much influence out from under you as possible, and clearly I've had the wrong mission, or maybe my rolls have just been bad. I think I'll leave it to the latter, though.
Honestly, one thing I'm actually a little surprised at is that nobody's crushed so far.
Hey,
Right. Welcome back. I have thought about crushing, but obviously on this next turn I need to get myself into a truce if I'm not, by the end of everyone else's turn.
That's what makes it great.
I think
You were saying something, Jory? I think you cut out there.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think we're all back.
I think so. Also,
Yep.
you're coming in a little quiet on my end.
Oh, okay. Let me adjust my volume a little bit. What's the sound?
Oh, much better.
Okay, great.
You know, it'd be better if you had the actual soundtrack playing.
So I thought about it. I really did think about adding in the soundtrack to like as a background music. And then I was like, no, because I'm streaming it, I didn't want to put the music on cuz then, there's the whole adding stuff like there. Like I'm pretty certain I wouldn't get DCMA'd, but I didn't, it didn't seem respectful to put it up like in a public manner like this. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, for sure you're not gonna be DMCA because it's like original music
yeah,
for
well,
backers only, so you're not gonna get like a problem with it, except for
Well-
like Bradley. That's gonna be like, oi, mate.
that's the one I was
that's
more worried
only-
about. Like I didn't want to. I instead of like having Bradley be like, okay, do I need to say something? And just be like, I'm just gonna not even worry about it. Just don't even worry. Oh, but as a note, I had the track Pachinko Parlor, like the extended one, on loop for like 2 days straight at work while I was putting this together.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so it really like
that's-
that track influenced this so heavily.
Again, that's because. So for those who don't know, Churcher and I are co-workers, and you said that you had this song in loop, and I know the project that we are on, and I'm like, how the hell did it not get mixed with all that?
All right. So I think we're all back. I see Jake is muted. Oh, okay.
Yep. Sorry, I was just running
Nah, you're
and doing
good.
something in the other room.
All right. We'll take a quick moment. So if we do cut this VOD up, it'll be good. Oh, thanks, Bradley. I appreciate that. It said he wouldn't have cared. So
Hey,
See?
I'll keep that in mind for next time. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Wink, wink, bonk, bonk.
All right.
Bonk.
Wink, wink, bonk, bonk.
All right. So, quick little moment for a cut if we do VOD. All right. So let's go ahead and drop on into cycle 3. Diabali, you're feeling a little lonely, even though you're that close to the target. Sounds like you might need to see if you can form a truce.
I can see that. Um. Let me think, because I do have something interesting that I could do, but okay, so I'm going to do a truce with Maria.
Okay.
So, even though I'm from the streets can be a bit violent, and someone that can handle that violent may always be a need, woman or man. Preferably women, because they're underrated by men, so they gonna get their ass kicked way more often. So clearly, I would, look around the streets and maybe end up in uh in Maria's sight and found them found her maybe strong, because she's kind of buff, probably like she looks tough. So I'm like, oh, that could be a good person to have on my side in these streets. So yes, I really don't know how to approach this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not I'm not so good with RPing.
Alright. Well,
yeah, I'm not good with RP either. Trust me.
so
Fuck off.
let's just
Fuck off.
say we're having drinks at the bar at the Pachinko parlor, and you bring things up, and I go, hey, you know what? I might as well have some more people in my pocket behind me,
Oh
and
yeah, clearly I do like a little magic trick with cards again, because I don't know, cards are so easy to do magic tricks. Just to get your mind a bit at ease in these wild streets.
I'm actually pretty impressed. Right,
I
so I will accept this truce, and that gives me 1 point.
Indeed.
All right, so I am going to increase my insight with it.
and I'm gonna use my skilled crossed fingers. So once per cycle, you may use the skill when forming a truce. You may form a truce with an additional PC. However, any truce formed with this skill would be broken. Neither side may force the other to make an opposed check to keep it. So I'm gonna
Oh.
Oh.
so I'm gonna make another truce with Henry. So I think Henry by now would only know me by ads. So at some point he would have click it just because he's curious, because he sees my face everywhere on the city Google. So at some point we just exchange emails, and you know, someone that can be good with computers is always nice to have in their pocket and in any given time. So yeah, maybe he's just a fan of my magic shows because he saw me on YouTube or whatsoever and wants to get in contact with me.
Well, I mean, filling in your page on my database would be no easier than to be friends with you in person. I accept.
I like it's now basically Facebook friends.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we have to brand it appropriately. It's Citybook friends.
Yeah.
You city book. All right. So does that
Book.
also grant me the 1 point as well?
Indeed. You, for all intents and
Okay.
purposes, you're now in a truce.
Well, you know what? We take those. And
Indeed we
just
do.
for that, I will even out my charm to 2,
Oh.
feeling wondrously but while Henry is not exactly the prettiest kid on the block, being best pals or city book friends with the great Diaboli really brings him some inner joy.
All right.
Nice.
Well, that seems to have worked out fairly well then.
Mm.
Yep.
I think After's gained 4 points in his stats.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
So every time you
Well-
form a truce, you get 2 points to add to any of your skills. And you can spread them up however you want. You just formed 2 truces. So that's 4 bonus
Which means you gain
stat
4
points.
points that you can put anywhere.
Amazing. So let's pump the violence at 4.
Oh my god.
I mean, that makes sense. You do have Bloody Mary on your side.
Yep. And
True.
let's put some you know what? Solo, it's the you know what? I'm kind of lucky to have both of them in my side, so I'm gonna put my luck at 4.
There you go.
Now when you
Man, ain't that the truth, Moonlit Crusader?
when you have a truce with someone, it's only the ability of the Heartbreaker, right? That can use the other character's stats.
Yeah, that's a Heartbreaker specific one.
Okay,
Now
that's what I thought.
Now
Just
keep
wanted
in
to
mind,
make sure.
if someone makes a check and you decide that you no longer want to be in a truce with them, you can break the truce
You can
and
break it, right?
gives that person a -3 to that check.
Unbelievable.
So
Yeah, but that's not gonna
Oh
work
wait,
with
so
it's not gonna work with me though. Because I did cross fingers.
cross fingers is that you can't force them to keep it. So
No,
like
no, no. It's however when any truce is formed with this skill would be broken. Neither side may force the other to make an opposed check. Oh, okay, yeah,
to
it's to
keep
keep
it,
it.
yeah. So like if you decide you want to break it on Henry, he can't force you to make a check to stay the course, or vice versa. It's just that you guys can break
Okay.
it at will. Everyone
But
else
we
you
have
do have to check, but
we have 2 separate truces, right? It's not like if I break it, Diablo's and Maria's break.
correct.
No, no, no.
It's only between you
Okay.
two.
Yeah, it's
Got
only
it.
between you and me because the truce with Maria was like a truthful one.
Yeah,
With you, it was like cross fingers.
exactly.
I see. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. Well, sounds like a good use of calling some truces there. So let's head on over to Maria.
Very upset. Somebody went after her friend. She is very upset at who went after her friend. She is going to attempt to crush Henry Smalls.
All right.
Oh,
And what she's going to go after is she's going to find out if they're the traitor.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
All right. So let's just
Jesus.
go through the crush process. Let's break it down so we know how this works. So I have these 2 decks here in the center. They are the crush prediction decks. I'm gonna hand one to Maria. I'm gonna hand one to Henry. Maria, what you will
Okay.
do is you will go ahead and choose what stat you want to crush Henry with. You'll take that card and you'll put it face down in front of you.
Okay.
Henry, on the other hand, will try to choose which one of your stats that he thinks you're going to be using. If he chooses correctly, you're going to owe him some money for the attempt, as he just shuts you down. Henry also has contingency. He gets to choose 2 cards. He'll get to choose 2 stats to go against you.
Oof.
Specifically because of the contingency skill.
Okay, so how do I go about choosing a card from here?
If you need to, you can drag them and pull them into your hand, just to make it easier. And then
Yeah,
you
and
can
then
put them face down. Yeah.
make sure their backs are facing up when you take them out of your hand.
Yep. Okay, so Maria, what are you attacking with? Charm. Henry, what did you predict?
Charm
Charm
and
or
violence.
Ooh.
So, what that looks like? Actually, Henry, what does that look like?
So I see that she's coming after me. And in the meanwhile, as to backing away from her with my mechanical legs, I deeply apologize for leaving up one of those phishing emails with an active link on it after it had been dispersed to all the devices in the area. And eventually she calms down, and I, promise her that only my solely selected targets will be the receivers of these horrible phishing scams in the future.
Right, so I need to pay him 2 capital.
2 capital.
All right.
All right, and if you'll be so kind to put the rest of your cards, right, yeah. Just grab that prediction deck and we'll just throw them together.
Is it normal that there's a capital here?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that was.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's definitely not mine because I've got all the capital I've ever earned.
I think that was extra. Going back
Okay.
on the bag.
There we go.
There you go.
All right. Well, that was an unfortunate crush attempt.
Oh, thank you, contingency.
Contingency played out really well. All right. Felix.
What to do? So the joke. Nobody has the Joker, right?
Nope, Joker is still in on the field.
Okay, just that. All right, that's okay. That's gonna. Hmm. I'm gonna see. Bit of. Let's see. I'm rock. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do this one. I'm thinking. I was like,
So,
what to do?
So you can describe what you want to do, and then we can put mechanics to it afterward.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like, I'm gonna hit up the Palas. Talk. What's I forgot what his name is already. Damn it.
Kaneko.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Conga. Try to see how business is going. How much money's rolling in. Try general. See if I can slowly talking way into like giving up the schedule and whatnot.
Okay, so you're
subtly.
trying to acquire that Joker.
Yeah, subtly. Not no.
Okay. In this regard, you get to roll for this Joker in particular. You get to roll any skill you'd like.
Ooh, all right. Going inside on this one.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, you probably put him down and then hover over and then yeah, there you go.
There you go. I Ooh,
Oh no.
that's bad.
All right, so what did you get?
8.
8. You are short by 3.
That's
Is it worth
easy.
3 capital to you?
I got enough.
Oh, it is.
Hey, there you go.
I got enough. Oh, I'm good for now.
So what that looks like, it's not necessarily like schmoozing it up with Kaneko, because Kaneko, he doesn't know you. You go and talk with him a little bit, and he's just like, yeah, things are good here. Grand openings are gonna be fine. Don't, just it brings in money, but we don't have the final numbers yet, so we can't really get there. So you decide to kind of just take a look around, and you start looking at the machines, and just through looking at them and observing them, and you spend a little bit of time here. You spend a little money, and sure enough, you figure out that he does have a schedule of higher pays and lower pays. the Joker is now yours.
Swipe that right there. Oh, no!
Oh, goodbye, Joker.
It's back. That goes in hand. There you go.
Yeah.
Like,
So you now have the Joker. You now have the schedule for how the payout goes for the moment.
cool.
All right. We have someone with the Joker. Nice. All right. So we're now looking at Henry.
Okay. So Henry is going to, roam around mostly the bottom floor of the parlor, looking specifically at the machines. If he can figure out the way that they work, I think that he might have a little get-rich-quick scheme that might be able to pay out in the future. So by studying the ways that some of these higher-end machines work, I'd like to acquire influence.
Okay.
I thought what? I thought you have to go take a truce because of the.
He has a truce
City.
now.
I have a truce now, thankfully.
I just want just
Yep.
clear.
That was one thing I was looking at. Because the event says if you don't have a truce, you have to make your next action to take a truce. Since he has a truce, he's now able to take whatever action he wants.
Cool. I'll just that.
If it makes you feel any better, Felix, the truce was coming your way. If I didn't have one,
You still could.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can always change up your action until you roll dice.
True. Felix, what do your stats look like? All right, Felix. How much capital do you have?
Oops.
Oh, I got you. No.
No. I go back. Oh.
Give it back.
All right.
Should
Looks
not have
like
picked
you've
these
got.
coins.
5.
You have 5. I have 5.
Bruh.
Okay.
Bro, how did
So
wow.
I will offer you my undivided protection from crushes or gather infos or the like in response for a truce. I would like to think that we got off on the wrong foot initially, and I also promise to never send you a phishing email ever again or fire any missiles at you or the like.
Now he actually has a face to whoever. No, actual face. Whoever hacked. No, sent him that stupid email. I think we have a deal.
All right.
All right.
A pleasure doing business.
Mm-hmm.
So Henry, you get +2 to any stats, and Felix, you get an additional 1 point.
Is there a maximum to stats?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you keep this. See, truces are great until they get broken.
Until they all come tumbling down.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be my turn.
So again, going into the city phase, truces are being made, things are happening, and a lot of factions are starting to kind of form around Conoco's. It's looking a little dicey, and there's room for some peacemaking, some negotiations, if you will. If anyone would like to make a check to be a negotiator, you're allowed to. It'll be at any stat, but you need a 14.
Hmm.
Right. So it looks like Felix is going in. Anybody? Oh.
Nope.
And as
Nope.
a note, for city events, you cannot throw capital at it.
Okay.
I was gonna.
What's the
Right.
TN?
I'll tell you the 14. 14.
Is meets beats in this game?
Yes.
Then I have received 14.
Okay.
If I use insight, if you are allowing any stat.
It's
6.
any stat.
Oh, rolling against any stat?
Any stat you like.
Okay. So I've got a 6, and I'm going to use violence, so 12.
12. It's not quite the 14.
All right, let's try this out.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Okay. So, if you were a lawyer, academic, or loan shark, you would have gotten a bonus out of this, but nobody's those. If you succeeded, gain 1d6 capital. As
Oh
you
my
find,
goodness!
as you're getting like a good amount of your services are well received. Gain 2 capital. If you failed,
Okay.
however, lose 1d6 capital.
Oh my goodness!
Well, hold up. Well, hold up. First off, for city event, do I gain a capital because he gained a capital?
Yes, I would say you would.
Yes.
Give me that. Okay,
Ow.
1d6.
Oh! And this will put you
Felix,
into negative.
No.
No, I exactly enough. I have 0.
So
Okay.
this can put you into negative,
Minus
more accurately.
1.
Yeah.
3. I'm good.
Oh my. Oh well. I guess I'm rich now.
I guess I know what I'm doing next time.
Anybody else go negative?
Nope.
Yeah, negative.
All right, I have given you the black checker, 1 black checker for -1.
Ooh, the black
Which
spot.
means, yep, for if you go negative into your capital, you suffer that much as a penalty to all checks.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So going negative is bad. Time to
Yikes.
find a way to
Yeah.
get some money. Oh my lord, 2 failures, 2 crit failures on the same city event.
That's 3 crit fails this game.
Yeah, it is.
True.
Oh,
Really making sense for that crit fail to crit success skill now, huh?
Oh, really?
I think it's the swindler, or maybe it's a gambler that
Oh,
has the scum
hero.
ability. That just
Let's go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a gambler.
you crit it, but it drops you to -1 capital. So
Also, I think the hero sub gig
I think
has
so
like
too. Yeah, I think you're right on that one. Oh man, this is, whew, that's a little bit of a game changer right there.
Whew.
Let's hit into cycle 4. Diabola.
Ooh.
Diaboli.
Yeah. What can I do though? Is there anything interesting that I could do?
Well, there's gather information, so you can always gather information from other players. You can get their specific stuff. You can try to get the VIP information out. VIP's remaining influence is still in still hidden information, so nobody knows how much influence the VIP has left. You could try to crush the only person you're not in a truce with, being Felix. You could try to call a truce with Felix and, try to be goody with him. You could try to, acquire more of the influence from him. You could try to acquire influence from someone else. There's a lot you could do.
I do have a question though. Is it possible to get back, or at least to try to steal the Joker card from?
You certainly can. So, acquiring the Joker, now that it's in play, you can do it by way of a crush.
Okay.
So, if you decide to crush someone, the list of things that you can take is any of the VIP or PC info cards they have. You can take 4 of their capital if they have any. You can't put them in a negative with that, thankfully. You could take 2 of the influence if they have any. You could take possession of the Joker or give it to someone if you want to. Or you could take their traitor or not cards.
Okay, so what I would do is go see Henry and propose a deal, which would be I get 3 or 4 of his capital, but I give him information about the Joker card. Since I have it, I have the info of the Joker. And the trader or not, my trader or not.
So you can never willingly give up your traitor or not card.
Excuse me.
Yes. Jewelry? Hello? Okay. Um. Mm, that's not a good deal either way. Mm.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Hello? Test 1 2 1 2. Try.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Oh. Okay, so I was away from my mic, right?
Yeah, that's a little bit better for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Hmm.
So yeah, you can never willingly give up your own traitor or not info card. There's you should be very hesitant to give out your own info card itself. Anything else is a little bit more okay, but you just don't want to give up too much information on yourself. That leaves you a little open.
Hmm. Well, I'm still gonna try to strike a deal with Henry.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
So deals like this are not technically an action. If you're trying to form a truce and
oh,
with it, then yeah, that could be it. But
we're
I mean,
already in a
something like this is
truce.
not necessarily an action. You can still do it
Well,
though.
well, good Sir Henry. I, well, I'm talking to the player now. So, I'll strike you with this beautiful deal. 4 capital in exchange of the info card of the Joker.
Hmm. Make it.
As a
Make
reminder,
it.
as a reminder, your initiative slot is also on the table.
The what now?
Your initiative slot, as you're going first in the turn, you could give that up.
True. But with that, I would say 5 capital.
That's up to you. But I'm just, as a reminder,
So,
that's something I'm allowing here.
Oh,
5 capital. You go first, and I give you the info card of the Joker.
now that is an interesting trade. 5 capital in exchange for first in turn order and the holding effect of the Joker.
Oh wait, that's. Oh wait, hold up. Hold up. Now I'm like, mm, you know what? Let's go down to 3 capital, and I give you the first turn. I'm
Three
like,
capital for first turn?
okay, I guess it's not enough. 4 then.
No, 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 no. I
You didn't
I
say
will take
yes. You didn't say
three.
yes.
I will take 3 capital for first in turn order.
I didn't. You didn't say yes. I
Well,
switch it for 4.
I would raise. I will raise you to 3, good chap.
Raise. It's lowered.
I
What do you mean?
know.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't
Henry
make
doesn't understand economics.
Okay, Henry. So it's gonna be 4 capitals, a good 4 capital, a VIP seat to my show that I'm gonna do at the place, and the first place on the third.
Does that mean you'll uphold our truce?
Sorry, now it's what do you mean by uphold?
You mean
This
you
is-
won't break it as I try to fill out the database pages for my Wikipedia pages?
Well, you're gonna create a page of me, so in any cases, you're gonna like I'm gonna be okay with like you putting my info on that.
This 4 capital can be yours.
Yes, yes. Yeet.
Or,
No.
well, you get to pick that up, but either way, the deal is made. I will take first in order slot, in turn order. I will get a front row seat to your show, and you will uphold our truce.
Yes, I'm not gonna break it. I'm not gonna
I
break it.
accept.
All right.
Yes.
Well
Well, is it
bargained.
still my turn though? Is it
Yep.
still my turn though?
It is still your turn.
Okay. Um. With
Deal
that-
struck and well bargained.
With that, I'm gonna. Hmm. the VIP, huh? I'm gonna try to get the VIP info.
Which VIP info?
Uh,
The only one that the VIP is currently holding on to is the remaining influence.
I'm gonna go with the remaining influence.
Okay.
Here we go. It's not that great. It's
It
gonna
is an
be
insight. So in this case, it's going to be an insight check.
well, 8 total.
8.
Unfortunately,
You are short by 2. Would you
I'm
like
gonna
to
pay.
pay for that?
I'm gonna pay for the extra 2 capital.
Okay. At which point, you now have this card, and I will send you a message with his current influence.
Okay, so
Hmm.
okay. Bazinga.
There you go.
All right.
And at the beginning of every turn or of every cycle, I will give you that updated amount.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. We're gonna finish off this turn in the original turn order, and then the next cycle we'll get the new one.
So I
Yes,
play
yes.
last. So I'm gonna play last.
Yep.
Mm.
But in this case, it's Maria's turn.
Great. So I'm now realizing that I am well beyond broke and I need to make some money and I need to make it quickly. So I think what I am going to do is I am going to go down to the Pachinko parlor and I am going to attempt to break into their cash room and no one will stand in my way.
Yes.
That is one way of doing it.
All right.
Yep.
So far there has only been a few instances of violence around the parlor. Strictly, it was just a couple of employees were physically intimidated. So security's only been slightly heightened more than normal, but it's not been too bad. I think we're looking at a 10-9. And I think for every 2 higher you get, you'll get an additional capital. So it'll be 4 for the 9 plus 1 for every 2 higher.
Right, so I have a 7 and my violence is 6, so that is 13.
All right. So you're looking at 6 capital.
All right, so
As there was a major break-in.
2,
Damn.
3, whoops.
Yeah, that'll be a public. You have 3,
4, and 5.
5. And the debt has been paid. So yeah, tell me what it looks like. You hit him on a particularly good day.
The people into the cash room and I take them hostage and force them to give me the combination to the safe. It turns out it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Who
Oh.
would have thought?
I know, really.
but yeah, I'm just so disgusted about that I leave him in a bloody mess in the corner of the room and leave and wash my hands
Ooh.
and stuff my pockets full.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, so everyone hears about just a brutal break-in at Kaneko's, and it's one of those things where when you're on the outside, you would expect like police to be rolling in here like real quick to protect him, but what you see is about in 2 hours, you've got one of the Shikigami Gumi walks up, looks around the place, and says, you're not paying us. Have at it your own," and then walks out. So security is now going to be heightened up a little bit more so, but not from the quote-unquote police of the Undercity. So there we go. Whew, boy.
Easy money earned.
Money was definitely earned.
Mm.
All right. So did you get your extra capital for your money maker or money monster?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were asking for. So
For this one, I kind of helped. The only thing that I helped Maria for is just give it the go of like Mm, okay, there's path of least resistance now. You can go.
Look at.
There you
I'm
go.
like,
Look out.
mm, yeah, look out. Basically, it's like, I'm talking to the guard. There's only one. Just a quick sign behind the guard's head to like go. You can go. Enforce that stuff. And for a small bargain, I get a small one capital for this steal.
A little bit of a cutback.
Yeah,
It works. All right.
stealing
Alright.
stealing my boss. Ah, a classic.
That was awesome, by the way. I love it.
Mm.
Oh. All right. Felix.
Alright. You actually gave me a good idea. As this breaking's going in, I'm just gonna just roll out, cause like, oh, I see the chaos. I'm just gonna go up there. Need some money since app, broke as hell. Don't know what happened. I'm gonna try to hack the pachinko machines and steal the money off of them while the chaos is ensuing.
All right, yeah, it's going on at the same time. Things are going along a little more. However, there are a little bit more stricter safety protocols on the machines themselves because that is where he's making the money. He didn't bother to guard the money itself that well. But so this one's going to be a little bit tougher. This is going to be a inside 11.
All right. Ooh,
One go.
just on the nose.
I don't see the other die. I think it went
That's a
into your
1.
zone. Oh, okay.
That's a 1.
Okay.
Yeah, on the nose.
Okay,
Hey, that's
yeah,
an 11.
that's 11. That's going to be 4 insight or 4 capital.
Hey. Boop.
There we go. Hey, make that money.
Just playing off of what she. It's like, just might as well just sneak right in. Just have myself a little fun.
That works. All right. And then you don't get money itself. You get the pachinko balls, which then you turn in for money.
Yeah. It's like, that'll do.
It'll work.
Yep.
You turn them cheap goods and stuff first, then you go to the little window next door, and then you hand it in for money.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
Oh
this
no,
is the
not here.
Yeah,
No.
you're right.
As I'm watching the chaos ensue, it's like, yeah, I might as well go somewhere else for
So,
this.
As a side note, when I was coming up with this, I was watching different videos of how the pachinko business works in Japan, and that was one thing I was like, that's really interesting. And I was thinking about, I was like, wait a minute, they wouldn't do that in the city. They just do it in house. Yeah, that's gonna be perfect.
Jesus.
Yeah. All right. And then Henry.
Okay. So what did you just say about what they turn in as prize money?
So
Middle ball.
the pachinko balls, the way that it works. Are you familiar with what pachinko is?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, as familiar as I can be,
Yeah,
where you
Fair
throw
enough.
in a quarter and it drops down, drops you a random prize or whatever.
So sort of. The way that it works is that each ball, like the actual way that pachinko works, in Japan, is that you pay X amount of money to get a certain amount of balls, and it usually converts down to 4 yen is 1 ball. That was generally the kind of the going price. You take those
Okay.
balls and then you put them into the machine. It's kind of like pinball, but not exactly. You try to aim the ball where you can to hit certain locations, and if you hit it in a certain location like a couple of times, it will spit out more balls for you. And then whenever you're done playing, you take all the balls that you have remaining and you would turn them in for the essentially a cash prize equivalent. Which would be like the 4 balls back, 4 balls or 4 yen per ball back. So that's how you earn money out of it, is by winning more balls than you originally purchased.
Okay. So, on my turn, Henry is going to devise a machine that is going to spit out counterfeit balls in exchange for real balls. Now, this will get set up on like a random, like a table or something that he found and laying in the corner of one of the rooms, and he's going to set that table up, and on the front of that table is going to be a sign, and that sign says "Doubling GP." For those of you RuneScape players, you're welcome. I'm going to set up this machine on this table that says "Doubling GP," and kind of just wait for people to come around. And as people will place their balls into the machine, and it will print out 1 per 2 and 2 per 4. However, those balls that they get will be counterfeit. And this will be a hustle.
That is 100% a hustle.
Yeah.
100%. So that's now the balls themselves. They are steel ball bearings. Is basically what they are. So it's not as easy to counterfeit them, but you come into the city, you're gonna find someone that's gonna have the right resources for this.
And this seems right up Henry's alley.
100%. I think so counterfeit balls are going to be a little bit more difficult to outsource and such. I think that's going to be, it sounds like you're trying to do insight, and I think it's going to be 12. However, that's going to be one that I think it's going to be, you get 4 for the success, and you'll get an additional 1 capital for every 2 higher you get over the 12.
Okay, and then I can use whatever check I want for this, right?
It sounded like insight to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Not once.
That is going to be a 5 plus 7, so 12 on the dot.
That sounds like 4 capital back to you.
Okay.
But as everyone's starting to hustle money out of the casino or out of the parlor, those hustle checks are going to get a little bit tougher.
I think that check was all that I needed.
Hey, it worked out for you.
It certainly did.
And people are coming over like, yeah, we'd love to get these new balls. Oh, man, this is weird. Why would you do this? And they're just handing you these balls because they don't know any better.
Just a generous guy.
And then after about 30 minutes to an hour, you're starting to see some really unhappy people as their balls are getting rejected from the machines. And
you mean when I was halfway packed up and already on the way to my room upstairs? Of course.
Yeah, man, that's really strange how that worked out.
Dare not steal the aluminum.
Okay. However, there's just a lot of money being passed around, and Kaneko's has got a reputation for just being a place to get money. Like, everyone is now interested at Kaneko's. It's actually driven up a lot of his business before the grand opening, and that's actually a really good thing for him. However, it does draw a little bit of unwanted attention, as perhaps everyone now is starting to get familiar with the name the Trash King. I will need everyone to give me a roll on any stat of your choice.
Alright.
Your TN is going to be the amount of capital you have plus 3.
Okay.
I should be fine. I should be fine.
Yes.
5 capital plus 3, so that would be 8.
Correct.
Mine's 7.
I choose mine.
Mine's
Insight.
okay. We can pick whatever stat we want.
Whatever
right?
stat you want.
Okay, everyone is fine. Okay, that's me. I'm gonna.
Yeah, all right,
do luck.
My
No,
my
that's right.
TN was 10 and we rolled
That's
a
right.
16.
You're good?
Okay, I rolled a 14, and I believe it was capital plus 3,
Capital plus 3.
so that would be 8.
Okay.
I rolled a 16. TN was 7.
Okay.
TN was 8. I rolled a 1, 2, 3, 11.
So far, the 4 of you are staying out of the sights of the Trash King. Nothing happens.
Excellent.
As
I
a
don't know.
note,
I don't know if I like the Trash King.
I
As
know.
a note- As a note, if you had failed, you lost capital equal to how much you missed the TN by.
Oh, snap.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Thank God I was low.
So, yeah, that's fun. But now we'll go ahead and roll back to a new cycle, starting with Henry.
Okay. So now that I've had a chance to avoid the Trash King and hang out in my room for a little bit, I decided to take a better look at what the locks to the private rooms entail. Are these card-coded? Are they key doors? What's the deal with these?
So this is not necessarily any. Are you talking about like your own apartment or?
Oh, is this like a casino hotel, or is this more of like just a casino?
Just a casino. It is
Okay.
yeah. To kind of put a little bit more like emphasis behind or description behind it. This is just a casino that has nothing but pachinko machines in it. But there are like a myriad of bars. Like there's a stage set up. There's some goofy magician that you kind of know that's on there. Um,
Yeah, I love
Goofy
that guy.
magician.
Love that guy. We're
uh,
friends on City Book.
on City Book. That's right. Um, and you just but this is all that it is here. There are some dormitories here for the employees, like some of
Mhm.
the hosts and hostesses are like they stay here as part of their payment. They get room and board here, but that's but no actual patrons stay here.
Okay. So are there any locks that I can take a gander at or like maybe pick at and see what,
There's a
like
there's a mixture of like just straight up like key cards, like the RFID like swipe badges.
perfect.
And then on the occasional physical lock, but they're much more rare than the card swipes.
Okay, so I will find as many card swipes as I can and hold my phone up to them, and using a personal software that Henry Smalls developed, I will attempt to acquire influence by gaining whatever type of RFID sequence it needs to be unlocked.
Okay, so what are you trying to do in particular?
This is an acquire influence
Acquire influence. Very good.
via insight. Yeah.
All right, via insight. Go ahead and roll it.
That is going to be a 17.
That is a success. As you're able to start looking around and seeing all the different stuff, you're able to get a lot of just access to a lot of places you really shouldn't be. Like you're getting access to like their wine cellar that's here that you didn't know about. You're getting access to like the kitchen where there's like a lot of like chefs are starting to prepare for the grand opening. Like you're starting to see a lot of things behind the scenes that you really shouldn't. So yeah, you're getting in there.
That's what we like to see. And now I can pinpoint the rooms that I'd like to infiltrate in the future.
Okay, yeah, you're good then. All right, so next up we've got Maria.
Okay, so I think what Maria is going to try to do is she is going to try to get into the good graces of Kaneko, especially since she found out through the grapevine that the local Yakuza group is basically saying, "You're not paying us any protection money, we're not protecting you." So she's going to try to get into his good graces, let him know, "Look, I can be your one woman protection squad. Let come and let me help you, and there'll be good stuff in it for you." So I'm going to try and grab some influence from the VIP.
Okay, yep, and it sounds like you're trying to charm it through for that.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a rough one.
All right. So that's 2 and 3 is 5 and 4 is 9.
Okay, so you got a 9. You're short by 5.
Oh snap!
Oh.
Bruh.
Wow.
So you
I
can
can
let
pay
that
for-
go, or you could spend the capital to bring it back up.
You know what? I'm gonna spend the capital.
All right, yeah.
Ooh.
Worth.
I was about to say I could pay like 2 of that, but sure.
So you yeah, let's go through that. And Kaneko sits back. He's in this chair. He's got like a large cigar sitting there. He takes just a deep drag on it, and he says, "We are looking for a new security consultant. That is to be sure. But what do you have to offer?"
So let's see, I tell him about the fact that I know people that can probably beef up his security systems, and also have heard through the grapevine that their security was pretty lax and that something terrible happened in the cash room. Oh my goodness. It was terrible. I mean, there was this guy, but you know what was even worse? They had the easiest combination on the safe. I mean, the only thing easier was 1111. And I basically tell him that, and
You mentioned that, and his eyes go wide. Right. Yes. No one would ever use that for a combination for the safe. Clearly.
but yeah, I mean,
If
you
you're
have me and my friends on your side, and you'll be well protected, and you won't have to worry about those yakuza asking for protection money.
they were going to they've started asking some exorbitant rates. I have a feeling they know how much we make here, but if you're offering, I think we can come to a reasonable arrangement.
Good.
All right, so yeah, you get hired on. And here's some influence. All right. So, that was a good one there for Maria. Let's go over to Felix.
Alright. I'm walking out. I see Maria just walking out of the office, like with a nice smile grin on her face, knowing something probably was up. Walk inside, talk to Konaga. It's like, I've been hearing you having cybersecurity problems. I'd like to help you.
Well, we did just hire physical security, and I think our other our machines are looking well. But what
If I can easily hack into them, who else has got? Anybody can do it.
Oh, it was you.
As if I could hack.
Oh.
But I didn't hack into. I didn't
Uh-huh.
hack into it. I'm saying if someone like me can do it, someone who else? Who's to say anybody else would?
I don't know. I'm getting a lot of help very quickly. A lot of people are offering their services a little too easily, if you ask me. You're gonna have to show me what you've got on this one.
All right.
So I assume you're using insight.
Yes, I'm trying to acquire influence on this.
All right.
God, cock dice.
Oh, is that a 3? Oh no.
That was
it was a
cocked.
1. It was going to fall on the 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew. That was also cocked too. It's like, can we reroll it? Oh no.
Yeah. Go ahead and reroll it. If it's not flat, reroll. I don't mind.
Okay. That's a 10.
Okay, that's a 10. You are short by 4.
Oof. Hmm. I know what I'm doing next time. There you go.
So you just get enough of that extra little push in. So he's like, yeah, go ahead, show me what you got, and pulls you over to one of the machines.
All right. I start doing my business. Bring out a very small laptop with custom built laptop and start working on it. Next thing you know, start Pachinko balls just pouring out of it.
Yeah, you go in there and you start like messing around with it, and it's one of the pachinko machines that's got the two girls fighting each other with big guns, and somehow you're able to trigger both. Like it looks like counterintuitive stuff. You trigger something called a good medicine and bad medicine at the same time. It's really weird. It's really broken, and it kind of just overpowers the game, and it just spits out a ton of those balls for you.
See?
And he looks up and says, "That did not take long at all."
See what I mean?
No, I see what you mean. Well then, let's see what we can do. I'll go ahead and ask for your hiring rates as you get pulled on.
All right. As in unbouncing him, I'll leave like a small back door to the machine every time.
There you go. And then comes the grand opening as the VIP is now out of influence.
Oh.
So, the end of game 1. Unfortunately, Diaboli doesn't have a chance to react this cycle because the game 1 ends immediately as the VIP loses their last influence. So, that's where the initiative comes into play, and I thought that was real interesting. So, first off, before we do anything else, we're going to take a look and see how Game 2 works, because
I just have a question. Did someone win a capital on this last cycle that I
No,
didn't
it was
caught up?
all influence acquired.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Alright, so the first part of this one is, before anything else, we're going to see which one of you was it. Now, don't say anything, as we're going to have people start making their guesses.
Also, Churcher,
Yes.
there's you didn't mention it at all. I tried to mention it. I thought you understood, but you missed one influence for me at some point. You said it was on the second thing, but
No, it's during game 2, which is now.
you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
you're good. Don't worry.
You sure? Because it's not on game 2. It's each. You read the text.
Yeah. You get it at game 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm going to create 4 of these. These are your note cards. I'm going to hand them to you in your hidden zones. I want you to edit those to say who you think the traitor is. Keep it into your hidden zone if you can. If you need to put it somewhere else, that's fine. But keep that guess hidden for now. So, as a note, if you are now allowed to guess if you so choose. If you guess and you guess correctly, you will get 2. If you guess correctly, there will be a pot of influence. There's going to be 8 influence up for grabs. If you guess correctly, you'll then get a part of that influence. I'm looking for the right markers. I think I'm just going to use go pieces because that sounds lovely. That's 4. So if you guess correctly, you'll be in to get one of these. If you guess incorrectly, whoever you named, you have to pay them off in influence. You're going to give that person 3 influence, and the traitor will take 2 influence from you. You are also allowed to pass and not name anybody as a traitor. If you do so, the traitor takes 2 influence from you, but you don't lose any others. And then after we figure this out, then we will go on to getting your task influence. So, if you have made your prediction, turn your card face down and put it in front of you. If you're looking to pass, you can type pass, and that'll be fine.
No, I'm still thinking.
Or you can leave it blank. It's fine by me.
I'm still thinking about some stuff.
But,
so, okay. So I think I have made a false prediction on that person. So this.
Only one traitor or not card was passed out, and I'm actually a little surprised by that.
Okay, so this and this. All right, that should be.
Yeah. Also, what? So as Af is putting their card down, what is the play for the traitor here?
So the traitor, of course, if they've been hiding all this time and are able to go unnoticed from this, and people are pointing their fingers at the wrong person, they're just going to get a bunch of influence off of it.
Yeah, but like, does the traitor have to like make a like? Obviously, they don't have to make a guess. They are the
Nope.
traitor.
Yeah, their guess doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They could guess correctly and then give themselves 3. No.
Yeah, easy every time.
Yeah, it's easy. So, the thing is that you could not have the least amount of influence nor the most amount of influence. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, and that might but I think we can just we'll go past that for now. So on 3, let's flip over your card, and then we'll see who the traitor is. So 1, 2, 3. So Maria has passed. Af says it's Henry. Felix has passed, and Henry says it's Maria. Traitor, please reveal yourself.
It was me.
Oh!
No!
It was Felix.
I felt it. When I said, I think I made a false prediction.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, wait, I was right. Oh,
Well, obviously you're going to be
Bruh.
right if you name everyone.
no, is that
Oh,
I
you
put them
changed
in
it?
order
You thought it was Felix first?
because Henry and Felix, I got confused since the start of the game because when I wanted to make a truce, I named Henry, but I wanted to do with Felix, and again I messed up again because I put Felix first. Then I was like, maybe not. So
Okay.
yeah, I fucked up.
I can't believe I played that so
Wow.
calmly
yeah.
too.
All right.
Really
So,
good.
first off, let's just go around the table for Maria. You pass, so hand 2 influence over to Felix.
God fucking damn it.
Hey, Henry, you were incorrect. Please hand 2 of your influence over to Felix.
2 to Felix, and then 1 to the person I claimed, right?
3 to the one you claimed.
Oh well, that's unfortunate. I'm
Whoa.
empty.
Oh. And
Well, you gonna get those.
Diaboli, same thing. 2 to Felix, and 3 to Henry.
I only have one.
I lived.
Okay.
Alright.
You only
Now-
have 1 influence.
Now let's go through task. We'll do the traitor task last, because it's the one
Alright.
that's most complicated.
I was keeping track of that. Don't worry.
Good. Diaboli, you're up first, and I know your
Uh,
your task because you sent it to me. Go ahead and put it face up
Yeah.
in front of us.
I also know that too.
It was this one.
So every time you gather information and you are successful. On turn 1, you acquired assets and you were successful. On turn 2, you gathered information and you were successful, so that's 1 point. Oh wait, hang on a sec. I want to see if nobody was correct, if anybody gets the pot. I don't remember that one.
The book in front of me. Let me check.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at it on my tablet right now, and I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, same here.
I don't think so. Because I'm not seeing it in here.
Oh,
Either way. So I'm not
Pot.
seeing it, so I think you're fine.
nobody gets the pot.
Yeah, I don't think anybody gets a pot. Alright. So, you gather information successfully on turn 2. On cycle 3, you had to call a truce. On cycle 4, you gathered information successfully. And then you didn't have a cycle 5 turn. So, 2 influence to you.
Woohoo.
Maria, what was your task?
My task was connecting with other rogues.
Okay. So anytime it was like good talk or you're bonding, anything like that. So for me, what I've got on turn 1 or cycle 1, you called a truce and with Felix, and I like that one, so that's one for you for that. On the second one, you acquired assets and you succeeded. On cycle 2, you attempted to crush Henry and you failed. On cycle 4, you hustled for success, and that was awesome. I'm going to give that one to you as well because I really like that one. And then cycle 5, you got some influence, and that was it.
There's also a third truce with me.
That's true. I
Yeah.
also like that one as well. Happened once per cycle. Let me double check. Actually, yeah, because that was cycle 3, and that worked out. Because I liked it what you did on cycle 1 and cycle 4, and then cycle 3 was the truce with Henry, and that worked out. Or not Henry,
Diavolo.
Diabli, yeah. I wrote it
Yeah.
down wrong. Huh. All right.
Diavoli.
Diaboli. And Henry, what was your task?
Sadly, my task was, well, I don't know. My task was to enchant people with my lifestyle as a rogue. Every time the GM says, good roleplay, I gain an influence.
All right, so the first thing you did was acquire assets, and you succeeded. That was the looking around with your recording, and that fit, so I like that one. For your second one, you gathered info, and you failed. Your third one, you called a truce with Felix, and I like that because you two had a fun thing going along with that, and the whole spamware thing. Cycle 4, you negotiated the hell out of that, and I love that, so I'm giving that one to you. And then cycle 5, you just gathered influence by yourself. All right, and then the traitor.
That's my normal task.
The normal task, which is getting was
Breaking truces.
breaking truces, which no
Which
one
I
broke a
did.
truce. I was
No.
so
Yeah, but honestly, in my read through of the rules, the scariest thing were truces.
Yep. But that doesn't matter because that's not your actual task. Your actual
Nope.
task. One
What's
influence
out
for
here,
each other
right?
PC's info card you have.
I have one. Elves.
2 actually. There's my traitor or not, and
Oh
the
yeah,
Joker
2.
card.
I forgot to update that. That was my bad. So I had 2 of those.
I don't think the traitor or not. Does traitor or not count as an info? No, traitor or not doesn't count as an info card specifically.
That's
Okay.
1.
Yeah, because it's yeah, it's a separate card, so it's not counted as that.
All right.
Let me grab the go pieces. 1. All right, the next one. Gain 2 influence at the end of gain 2 influence for each of the VIP's info cards you possess at the end of game 1. How many of those do you have?
2. I got the Joker and the TNs.
So you don't have the Joker, or you have the Joker itself, but not the info card
no.
for it.
So that's 1. All right.
2 influence for each time you successfully crush someone.
Mm,
We didn't have a successful crush.
no.
Nobody successfully crushed anybody this game.
Nope.
And then
And
3 influence if you succeed at breaking a truce, which causes someone to fail at a check before the end of game 1,
Nope.
which there is none of that.
Nope.
Now, so before anything else, you have the Joker. And let me explain how this rolls out. You know that there is that high-low payout schedule. The fact that you have it means that Kaneko will not be losing money this day. He has a lot, which means that you could potentially earn a lot from this because you kind of like go along with it. Unfortunately, you can't capitalize on it because you don't have capital. The holding effect. Gain 1 influence for every 2 capital that you have.
No.
Oh my god.
Hey, at least you know what's funny? At least I prevented someone else from
You
getting it.
prevented someone else from getting it. However, all right, let's go ahead and reveal how much influence does everyone have. I think we all know who wins this one.
Oh, no way, dude.
Hey, I played it smart. I got influence.
All right. So, With the least amount, we have the magnificent Diaboli at 2.
Woo!
Which means that you know, Diaboli, actually, describe for me how this works out for Diaboli. You don't win. You don't come out as quite as well as you're hoping for, but you still come out above anybody else that you know, didn't give a good effort.
I have nothing to say.
So in this regard, as a
I'm just
suggestion,
like,
you're
I
able to
guess
keep the
screwed
job
up.
at the pachinko parlor because it still pays out fairly well.
Yeah, where's my capital for it, huh?
It-
Where's it?
hey, you got money. You didn't go up in influence in the city. People still don't know your name quite as well, but you got the money that you can start. You can keep going at the next pick.
Again, where is my money? Where's my money? Where's my money, Goofy?
Oh my god.
Yes.
All right, Henry with 4. How does this turn out better for you?
Well, I mean, at least I was able to create and fill in the pages on my Wikipedia application that I was hoping for.
except for
Didn't
except for
exactly
except for one
haven't
person.
exactly filled out the city just yet, but a brand sparkly new page for Kaneko's parlor is there, and it's got some videos and images and stuff, so that works at least.
There you go. Also, a couple of good pictures on Citigram.
Right? Yeah. I've got a Citigram page. Follow.
There you go.
And you made a friend.
Maria.
Yeah, I made a friend.
Maria doesn't quite have ownership of the parlor. How did she turn out?
Well, she's still got her job as a security consultant. And she's trying to negotiate with the local yakuza to possibly, maybe they don't want to pay out the protection money. Well, how about you pay me protection money and I don't beat you up?
That's
Oh, jeez.
The whole
the local representative just laughs a little bit, just kind of smiles. He says, "No, no, no, it doesn't work that way. However, I like your how do they say it? Gumption. I like your ambition there. I do have something for you though. How would you
Mario?
like to see your father's murderer?
Oh, yes.
More accurately, how would you like to be in a pit fight with him, say, tomorrow?
I start cracking my knuckles and say, why does it have to be tomorrow?
That's when the show's going to be.
Is Diavolo going to be the opener?
Who?
What? Wait, what?
He just goes, who?
Never mind. He's
Who?
Who?
And Felix, as, you know, Kaneko walks over to you, big cigar in hand, hands it to you, lights it up as you take the big puff. He says, "My boy, we're gonna go far with this. By the way, what did you do with the deed to the parlor?"
Oh, that's simple. You're no longer the owner.
What?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, I kind of changed it digitally, and here's the deed.
How? How? Why? How did you do this? Why would you do this? We had a good thing going here.
Now they can have fun walking the streets as I can set up this parlor as a base of operations to, control the web around here.
But this is mine. It's literally my name on the building.
Doesn't matter. It's my place now. My base of operations.
But I'm
That-
ruined.
Security?
Yeah,
Please.
the security call.
And as he is dragged away by Maria's security company,
Oh my
and he is just
god.
yelling and screaming, it gets drowned out by all the pachinko sounds, the large sounds of the band playing in the background, as we fade out to the darkness of the city and the glowing neon lights, as we have closed this chapter of Picaresque Roman.
Right. Great job, everyone.
Woo,
Yeah,
that was
really.
Yeah,
awesome.
great game, guys.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Woohoo.
That is such a different style of game, and it's so interesting.
Seriously.
Oh,
Seriously,
man.
we all played well too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone was playing
Yeah.
super well off of each other. Like I said, there was a lot less betrayal than I was anticipating, but that's what makes it really interesting, because I was waiting for the shooter drop and it never did until
Yeah,
by the way, Felix was traitor the entire time. I was like, oh my
Yep.
god.
it was a big house of cards for sure.
Yeah. I can't believe I played that so well. Wow. I'm surprised. I'm not good at these type of social deduction games.
And it's not. I mean,
Like
it's sort
Goop.
of social deduction, but it's not quite social deduction.
Oh.
I mean, it's a little bit of both, but it's like you also have your own things that's going on. But identifying the traitor is not super easy. But if someone's
Yeah.
like just outright doing the traitor task, it's like, oh yeah, obviously it's him. But those tasks are so like tied in to what you just normally want to do anyway.
Mm.
So it was not as bloodthirsty. Like I said, it was not as bloodthirsty as I was anticipating, but that could have gone real dirty real quick, and it was a powder keg.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just want to let you know, the entire time I rolled for influence, except for the last roll, it was a 1. So I was giving
God.
out
Oh
2
my
influence
God.
every single time. And the
I
last
just
one,
got-
I rolled a 3, which brought it up to 4, which was the last he had.
I got lucky on
That's
that one.
how
He went from 8
that's
influence
how
to
Felix
0
got so much.
on that
Yeah.
last
Oh
roll.
my god.
Oh man, that was so much fun. Like,
Now for notoriety.
Yeah, what about the notoriety?
you want to do notoriety? All right, yeah, let's do notoriety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's
like,
awesome.
I think this would be like a fun little thing, like every so often, just to run a game like this and just start building up a notoriety, and then someone
Yeah, see, if-
could be the real sleeves linen finish.
If I can
no.
if I can get
Oh,
Henry
no.
some notoriety, I can turn him into the supervillain of my future games.
That's true. Who knows? You could turn Henry into a VIP
Exactly. Or a bodyguard.
or a bodyguard. I thought about bringing in a bodyguard, but I was like, no, I kind of want to keep things on the level for the first game.
Yeah, I was so afraid when you were introducing the VIP that we were gonna get some crazy jacked up bodyguard.
Legitimately, I for a very short time, I was like, I should just build out a sleeves linen finish and have them be the bodyguard. But I'm like, no, that doesn't fit right, and that's not. I don't want to introduce that character as a bodyguard. I'd rather introduce them as a Picard.
Right.
I'm looking for the notoriety. So
Page 47.
I was looking at the end. I was looking at the GM part.
Oh.
So
Uh,
page 47. All right. Notoriety. So first off, rank bonus. If you got the highest influence, you get 4 points, and it goes down to the next highest gets 3, then 2, then 1. So Felix gets 4, Maria gets 3, Henry gets 2, and poor Diabali gets 1.
I'll put those 4 over there so I know.
All right. I can name any character that had a good role play. If it's multiple, it could be multiple characters. If it's you gain 2 points. You know what? I'm going to say everyone. Everyone gets 2 points because this role playing was fantastic. I love that one. And then players can likewise name one person other than themselves that they thought had good roleplay, and then gain a point. So
Hey,
we'll let's go in initiative order to make it easy. We'll start off with Henry.
Mine will go to Diaboli 100%.
Diaboli gets 1. Maria.
All right, I name Felix.
Felix, you get your additional 1. Felix.
That's a tough one. I can make it interesting. We all have 1 and have Diaboli over here be the tiebreaker. Not Diaboli.
All right, Diaboli gets an additional 1, and then Diaboli.
I'm gonna give it to Maria.
And Maria gets a 1. All right. A character who the GM thought used the game systems in a clever fashion gains 2 points. Ooh. I don't know.
That's a tough one.
That is a really tough one.
The one that comes to mind for me was the absolutely brutal hustle we got from Maria.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That worked out so well.
That was brutal.
It's not even like oh yeah, I'm gonna go shake down some people. It's like, no, I'm just gonna rob the parlor. And it's like, oh god, okay.
Yeah.
So influence bonus. Add up all the influence gained by all players and divide by 3, and then everyone gets that many points.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13.
I have 2, so 15 total.
I have 6 influence.
So
21.
21 plus my 4 is 25.
25 divided by 3.
That's
Round up.
Round it up.
That's 8. 9?
No.
9?
No,
8.
not that many.
Yeah, it's it's
oh,
8.
no.
It's
8.
8.
8. Yep, 8.
It's
Yeah,
like
8.
8.3, so 9.
Yeah.
Oh, so it does round up to 9, yeah.
No. Wait, no. Wait, what? No. If you round it up, it's still 8. Even though it's 8.3, it's closer than 8 than.
It's round
like
up.
9.
Yeah,
Oh.
the book says round up, I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird though.
Divide
But-
influence
Yeah.
by 3. Remember to round up.
So that would be 9 then.
Yeah, take 9.
9.
Cool.
And then capital bonus.
Oh,
Each-
don't mind if I do.
Each PC divides the amount of capital they had at the end of the game by 5 and then earns that many points.
I gain 1.
Sick.
I gain 1.
Hey,
Oh,
0.
wait, so this is also round up?
I'm going to say round up, yeah.
So that will technically be 2 for me.
And then if you have the highest amount of capital, you get +1.
Did anyone else have
Nope.
7
No, I-
capital?
I had 5.
I'll
the
take it.
closest.
For the trader, for anybody that named the trader successfully gets a point. And if the trader fulfilled their condition, they get a point. And there's no bodyguard, so no bodyguard, so nobody crushed them for 2 points. So, who's what's the lowest amount of notoriety that we have for people that are tracking it?
I had 16.
I also have 16.
I lost.
I haven't been keeping track. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's no worries. So for 16 to 25, people will pay through the nose for information on every move you make. When you make your move, the city holds its breath. Most gangs keep tabs on you and will have defenses built against you, because if they don't, they might be next on your list.
Cool. That's a little bit of character building. I like
Yeah.
that.
Keep that in mind. If you ever want to bring this character into another game, or at least one of my games, you are all more than welcome to do so. I
have
think that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I have 16 as well.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, everyone. So basically, I think everyone got 16 at this point. Yeah. So if the next game I run, and you're a part of it, and you want to bring this character back in, you're more than welcome to. If you want to play something different, you're more than welcome to.
Yes. Not having like 4 info broker hacker, please.
Next time, I will definitely play something else.
Yeah. Same.
Like, next time, can we talk about it at least? Being like,
Yeah.
hey guys, what
Yeah,
are
I'm
you gonna
definitely
play?
gonna play Maria again. Maybe give her a different skill this time.
Yeah, I think
I'm
that'd be
keeping
fine.
keep in mind because I like I like how my character is actually going with this.
I kind of like the crossed finger. Also, the money monster being like, haha, you gain. Give me the ads.
Yeah, no, that's
Gimme.
really nice.
It really is.
The
All
cross
right.
finger was surprisingly good. It's like, hey, you and you, truce. Hey, truce, give me stats.
I think that worked out really well.
Mm.
All right, so give me one quick moment, and I'm gonna go ahead and end up the stream here, and I'm gonna BRB.
Alright.
All right.
All right, so everyone here on the stream, thank you all so much for tuning in for this bit more of a unique style of stream. I was super happy to run this game. It's so much fun. Highly recommend it. If this game is something that you are interested in and you want to learn more about it, definitely check out the LionWing Publishing webpage, especially for Picaresque Roman. We've gotten our digital copies of the game, so we've got all this stuff. I'm sure you can buy it on the website as well. 100% recommend LionWing as a whole. They're a fantastic company. They've put out some amazing games that have come in from Japan, and it's been a phenomenal. It's real good. I'm real happy to have been supporting them myself, and happy that they've been able to support me on this as well. So it's been really nice. But again, I highly recommend checking them out just for any games in total because they're all good games. So yeah, again, thank you all for tuning in and checking this out. Next time I have one of these, I'll post up in the same locations and we'll go from there. Again, thank you, and we will catch you guys next time. See ya.